You're listening to a conversation, but you're hearing three. Your reality isn't one stream of thought. It's multiple currents, all moving at once. This is the Gemini signature. You don't simply exist in the world, you perceive the echoes between the words. You catch the meaning in the silence between sentences. It's a gift of profound clarity, and sometimes it's a weight your shoulders learn to carry. People see the easy smile, they hear the quick wit, they label you as light. But you know the private truth, the mental intensity, the constant analysis, the quiet question beneath the laughter: is anyone truly listening to me? If you recognize this tension, the vibrant exterior masking an inner world that never sleeps, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Mystic Zodiac Prophecy and find the words your spirit has been searching for. These are 22 truths about the Gemini mind, the hidden patterns, emotional blueprints, and spiritual rhythms that define your journey. Not to confine you, but to finally give voice to your inner complexity, because understanding begins the moment your experience finds its name. Truth 1. Your thoughts aren't monologues. They're full dialogues, even when you're alone. You're exploring perspectives, challenging your own assumptions, welcoming new data. Your mind isn't fickle. It's agile. It refines. Truth 2. Your intelligence is intuitive. You sense the emotional weather in a room before a single word confirms it. You notice the slight hesitation, the unspoken tension, the story behind the story. What others dismiss as overthinking is often just you, reading the room's true script. Truth 3. For survival, you can master detachment. When emotions threaten to overwhelm, your intellect offers a bridge out. Humor, a new topic, a fascinating fact. You can explain pain away before you allow yourself to feel it. This skill protects you, but can also wall off the very connection you seek. Truth 4. You house two core energies. One that deeply desires to be seen. Another that wisely calculates the risk of exposure. This internal dance is why you can be surrounded by people and yet feel a familiar private solitude. Your presence is given, but your core self remains in a protected sanctuary. Truth 5. You don't dread endings, you dread standing still. Gemini is the element of air. You are designed for movement. But this isn't disloyalty. Your loyalty thrives on growth, on conversations that deepen, on a love that expands rather than restricts. Truth 6. Your imagination is both your greatest sanctuary and your most cunning maze. You can build breathtaking futures in your mind's eye. But you can also wander those corridors for hours, lost in hypotheticals. For you, peace isn't about thinking more. It's about mastering the art of pause. Does your mind ever feel like a library with too many books open at once? Truth 7. You are magnetized by those who are both familiar and unknown, a soul you can recognize, yet one that still holds mystery. When a connection sparks in the mind, for you, it echoes in the spirit. It feels like destiny, until your analysis tries to map it. Truth 8. Your light naturally draws intensity. Some souls starved for warmth will orbit your brightness. Not all know how to receive such a gift without trying to own its source. And when you feel your energy being consumed, you don't leave out of anger. You withdraw to preserve your very essence. Truth 9. You possess a deep sensitivity, often disguised as cool composure. Early on, you learned that raw emotion could be misunderstood, so you became fluent in translation, turning feeling into observation, ache into art, vulnerability into wit. Your heart feels everything. It just learned to speak through your intellect. Truth 10. Your body is your most honest guide. When something is wrong, your nervous system signals first. A restless leg, a tightened jaw, a sudden urge to disappear into noise or motion. Your physical self sounds the alarm long before your conscious mind admits the truth. Truth 11. Gemini's shadow is the art of mental self-sabotage. You can intellectually deconstruct a blessing until it seems like a burden. You can question a love until it doubts itself. You can rehearse an ending just to feel prepared. But control is not the same as safety. True safety is allowing your heart to rest without a debate. Truth 12. You are a keeper of other people's stories, and sometimes you misplace your own. You listen with such depth that you become the interpreter for those around you. But a quiet question remains: who listens for the story you haven't told? Truth 13. You crave raw honesty yet fear its fallout. You need truth like you need a clear sky. But you also know its potential to storm. So you probe with clever questions. You test with playful jokes. The hidden psychology is pure. You are checking if the truth will cost you the connection. Your mind is not a problem. It's a sacred instrument. Truth 14. You are a natural channel for insight, even if you don't call it spiritual. Sudden knowings, patterns clicking into place, the perfect phrase arriving unbidden. You are meant to carry messages that awaken others, but you must also learn to deliver the kindest messages to yourself. Truth 15. You are not inconsistent, you are layered. Some will call you two-faced because they cannot comprehend a multifaceted soul. Your duality is sacred. It is the capacity to hold two truths at once, to be both playful and profound, logical and lyrical. You are fluent in multiple languages of being. Truth 16. You fall in love through mental sanctuary, not through grand gestures or possessive drama, but through the freedom to be your full, curious self and still be chosen. Love to you feels like a conversation that has no desire to end. Truth 17. Your deepest griefs are often private monuments. You can function, you can laugh, you can create, all while quietly mourning a lost possibility, a future that now lives only in your mind. The pain isn't always about what was, it's about what could have been. Truth 18. You can mistake intensity for intimacy. A thrilling, unpredictable dynamic can captivate your mind. But your soul asks a quieter, more vital question. Do I feel peace here? Do I feel seen here? Can I be soft here? Your evolution is learning that a calm fire burns longest. Truth 19. Silence can feel like a void you must fill. When someone retreats, your mind becomes a detective, reconstructing scenes, searching for missed clues. The spiritual lesson? Not every silence is a message, some are just space. And space is where you learn to trust your own knowing. Truth 20. You are an architect of reinvention. When an era ends, you don't just close a door. You redesign the entire house. New interests, new rhythms, a new way of speaking. This isn't flightiness, it's your soul's declaration. I am not defined by what broke me, I am defined by what I built from the pieces. Truth 21. Your purpose is to build bridges, between ideas, between people, between heart and head. You translate the abstract into the relatable. When you are aligned, you become living proof that brilliant thought and deep empathy can reside in the same being. Truth 22. The core of Gemini psychology is a quest for integration. The two is not a flaw, it's a journey. One part seeks, the other part grounds. One questions, the other knows. Your healing is the realization that both are worthy of love, not just the part the world applauds. If this has resonated with you, if it's touched a part of you that's been waiting to be understood, please let me know by liking this video. It's a small signal that this message found its home. Support our community here on Mystic Zodiac Prophecy. Consider subscribing for more journeys into the hidden layers of your sign. And I genuinely want to hear from you. In the comments, share your sun sign and one truth your heart has been holding lately. Speak it simply. This space often becomes a sanctuary, and your words might be the key for someone else. Gemini, here is what your spirit is yearning for you to know. You do not need to perform to be loved. You do not need to fascinate to be valued. The right connections won't stay for your brightness alone. They will stay for your realness. There is a sacred turning point in your path where you stop scattering your energy to the winds and start gathering it into your center. That is when your intuition speaks louder than your worry. That is when your maybe becomes a no that sets you free. Your curiosity was never meant to be a distraction. It was meant to be your compass. You are not split. You are integrating. You were never meant to be prisoner to your thoughts. You were meant to be a thinker who also knows how to be still, a communicator who values sacred silence, a learner who remembers the wisdom you already carry. When the whirlwind inside feels too loud, ask this one question: what am I trying to solve by thinking in circles? The answer is usually a fear you're trying to outsmart. And fear is not a prophecy. It's just your spirit asking for comfort. So offer it comfort. Through a breath, through a walk, through putting pen to paper and letting the chaos spill out, unedited. Your adaptability is often mistaken for simplicity. People see your ease, not the resilience it took to cultivate it. They see your social grace, not the times you used it as a shield. Your growth lies in allowing yourself to be cared for without needing to curate the experience. There's another quieter lesson many Geminis learn too young, that being adaptable made others comfortable. So you became a reflection of what each room needed: the entertainer, the advisor, the low-maintenance friend. That skill helped you navigate the world, but it also taught you to hide authentic pieces of yourself for the sake of harmony. That post-social exhaustion, it's not a dislike for people. It's the cost of translating your essence all day. In the spiritual realm, Gemini stands at the crossroads. One path is well-worn: stay adaptable, keep it light, protect your heart by never fully showing it. The other path is less familiar but leads home: choose boldly. Speak clearly even if your voice trembles. Let yourself be fully known. Trust that what is truly yours will not require you to shrink. Your evolution is the moment you stop approaching life as a puzzle and start living it as a promise. One authentic choice at a time. If you've been holding a grief that felt invisible because you carried it so gracefully, hear this: your quiet pain is valid. Your unseen heartbreak counts. Your tiredness matters, even if you never missed a step. The universe measures your burdens by their weight on your soul, not by their visibility to others. One daily practice that can shift everything for you is the unedited download. 5 minutes, a notebook. Let your thoughts pour out without judgment, without crafting a narrative, without aiming for insight. The part of you that heals is not the clever analyst, it's the honest witness. And when a healthy, calm love finds you, it might feel strange at first. Your mind, used to solving for X, might question the lack of drama. Do not mistake peace for a lack of passion. Peace is the foundation your soul has been aching for. If you're in a season of love, remember this: the mind can design 1,000 tests, but the heart only needs one proof: consistency. Not in grandiosity, but in steady, respectful, caring presence. This is the environment where your thoughts finally find rest. If you're in a season of solitude, don't condemn your restlessness. Your spirit isn't lost, it's seeking purpose. Intentionally feed it, learn for joy, create for expression. Speak to yourself with the kindness you'd offer your dearest friend. If you're in a season of change, trust this: your duality is merging into direction. You are not breaking apart. You are coming together. The part that learned to run is learning to root. The part that learned to hide is learning to reveal. The part that sought external validation is learning to choose internal peace. Gemini, you have permission to contain multitudes: light and shadow, laughter and depth, logic and poetry. Your mind is not a flaw to fix, it is a profound gift to be mastered. And when you do, you don't just navigate life, you help others find their way. If this felt like a moment of recognition, Subscribe to Mystic Zodiac Prophecy and stay with us. Like this video before you go, so others navigating the beautiful complexity of their own minds can find this refuge.